Good morning. Good morning. Thank you, God, for a new day. Bless everyone under the sound of my voice. Quick reminder, this is not financial advice. I'm just a bear sharing how I see the market. Always do your DD and manage your own risk. So let's dive in. Not a lot moving right now. Obviously, I'll be waiting for the 7 o'clock news here in a couple minutes, but PCB, I'm a little jealous if anybody has locates on this one. I've been trying to get it above $10, but I have been unable to locate any shares. So this will probably fade without me. Any of y'all get to play it? I could see this one. Fading most of the day. Yeah, same. But let's see what the news holds in the next few minutes. Oh, and PPCB is even taking even harder now. BTAI. I saw it running a little already, so I think some of the news must have got leaked earlier. But BTAI looks like they have some positive FDA news. But let's see what else is moving. Yeah, BTA is starting to move now. I'll get it pulled up here in just a second.
What's up?
What's up?
Not a whole lot. I clicked the wrong link, bro. My bad.
You good?
Morning, everybody.
Did you get to play PPECB?
No, I didn't want to catch it in the middle, and also there was no locates. So
that was my problem. There's no locates, but I might try to slide into BTAI here if it gets a little bit higher.
Yeah, I was looking at it, and
well, they just dropped some news.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, it was one of those. It starts moving before the news comes out.
Yeah,
stuff's been getting leaked lately like crazy. It seems.
Yeah. Oh, it did. Ooh, hold on.
It's not in a terrible spot. I was going to see if it would break over that level, but I don't know if it's going to. Because all the people that were playing it prior to the news, they probably need to get out now. I barely missed my fill. Dang it. What else is moving?
What was the news?
Decent news. Announced positive FDA pre-SNDA meeting comments. So it's kind of just a really nicely worded PR more than anything. But obviously it's not making any drastic moves right now, but I got a little entry. And if it breaks above that 730 candle, I'll reevaluate it, but it's not up as much as I want it to be.
It's a big red that's a big green candle in the 5-minute though.
Yeah. I wonder if it's going to break past that 730 area. but I got some entries. So I got some entries in the 720s if it wants to get back up there. Let's see. What else is moving? Guys, y'all see anything? Let me look at the comments. Saber's back, dropping the news on us.
Hey, Saber.
We didn't know what the news was when you were going, Saber. Like we just were playing blindly. We didn't have anybody sliding in our chat telling us what the news was. So
I know before you left, Saber, Justin was talking about canceling his Trade Idea subscription. It looks like it's giving back most of its gains off of that pump or whatever. So my average is 7 flat, 7 flat. So I'm just now. I got in right at that lower high, and then I got in right at, what was that, like 718, 715.
yeah, I'm looking and there's not really much else moving. So I guess this is going to be my main play right now. Y'all know I like to play more than I can keep up with, but this is the only thing that's really kind of appealing right now.
It looks really good right now, though.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm feeling good about this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not in very heavy.
Me either.
Because these levels up here make me a little nervous because I'm like, is it going to try to test 8 at some point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A few days ago, well, maybe not a few days ago, but was that 3 or 4 sessions ago? It got up to 8.
Yeah, it was Tuesday of last week. I say we already reclaimed, so I say what we're gonna do maybe is I think we're gonna touch back on these highs at 703 and then probably tank, maybe, because those are 2 big red candles on the 1 minute, and the 5 minute, that was a big wick, so seller is definitely in control right there.
But good news, I'll talk about it more a little bit later, but we are in Discord. The circle group is, at least. So we're going to test it out a few days, and then we'll open it up to the list. But we finally got into
Saber's
Discord.
in the circle, isn't he?
Yeah, Saber is.
That's what I thought. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, all good. And good morning, Alight. We got our one of our long friends on today. But no, I'm pretty excited about finally getting in there. So yeah, we're just gonna build it out from here, Saber. Y'all are all part of the beta test, but the beta test caught traction, so we'll see what we do with it. But yeah, we finally get to little test out the chat. The chat is going to probably be in handy today. Having to make posts and circle every time there's a new alert and stuff, so it'll be good. Genric, thanks for sharing, Genric, and circle your month so far. I see what you meant about like you take a lot of trades though. But again, y'all see when I share my TradeZella data, it'll say my days are usually the trades are in the 20s and stuff. So I get taking a lot of trades, bro. But nice P&L, very nice P&L. It's funny. I had to adjust all my Discord settings though because I turned all my notifications off for so long.
Oh yeah,
because there's just no other group that I
focus on.
but I think I got my notifications right now. It's crazy because I guess my admin view, I can see how long all of y'all has been on like Discord. Like, bro, some of y'all have been in Discord like 7, 8, and 9 years and crap. Like, y'all been in Discord for a minute. BTAI making a little push up, so I'm adding here. And if it breaks that high, what's that, the 730 wick? Might have to come up with a different game plan, but as of right now, I just added to those 720 levels. I like this play, but again, if nothing else is moving, it always makes me nervous. Well, but Generic, don't change it too much, bro, because I try to. This is what I've learned because I take, like I was saying, I take a lot too. Sometimes mine will get up in the 30s in one day because I have a similar style like you. Don't go heavy in very many positions, just go light. So again, do what works for you, bro. It probably is mentally exhausting making that many trades, but if it's working, it's working, and it looks like it's working to me, bro. So don't change too much. That's my advice. Don't. I know you were getting a lot of comments that that's a lot of trades and this and that, but I just focus on what works for you, bro. I notice the more I try to trade how I'm quote unquote supposed to, I don't do as well. So do you, bro? Do you? Because your numbers are they were beautiful. You were up what, like 11, 12K on the month? Only 2 red days, and they were baby red days. So you're killing it by my definition.
Got another hard rejection on BTAI. I went ahead and added in the 720 and the 725 area. So we'll see if we break if we break this 730 and close. I think I'm probably gonna get out because and reevaluate. But it looks good right now.
Yeah, this feels like a solid retest play right here. And I think I'll do exactly what you're going to do. Because I think it could go to 8, but it could fail right here. Dom has posted in the chat, bookmap looks thick on BTAI. I'm not smart enough to know what that means.
I have no idea how to use bookmap.
Me neither. Let me talk to me like I'm dumb.
Yeah, English, please.
Explain that to me like I eat crayons, bro.
Because I do sometimes.
Okay, now let's see what this candle does.
Oh, another solid rejection.
Let's hope so.
Are we gonna go? Yeah, I'm out.
Dang. First trade red. That's all right.
Where are we going to?
8.
8.
I think. I mean, it's another next level. I'm actually still in it. If it breaks 750, I'm gonna get out and then re-add it there. But I want to see how this 5-minute closes. I'm actually adding. I know that's wild, but I'll probably regret it. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to 8 probably.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
Yeah, I don't like that there's not a lot else going on either. So nothing else really going on. Why is this 5 minute not close above the high? I think it could flush down here. Let's see. I'm not confident though, because again, nothing else is moving, but I wonder if this is a fake out candle. But regardless, I trimmed down a little on that move down. It looks like it's going to close above though. Okay, so I trimmed down. Let's see what this candle does. I'm not in very heavy now. Yeah, it wants to go to 8 or something. Or Ordo said 780. We've seen these wicks up to $8 though, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get up there.
Ooh, huge reclaim.
Mm-hmm. I would love for it to fail here because I would have a great average. But yeah, this is I'm playing it kind of small because this is kind of what we were texting about last night, Stephen. Like this is not the A+ criteria. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
30%.
The ask is like getting like really heavy though.
Around 745 resistance. Yeah, I saw that little wick up there. If it flushes back to VWAP.
Yeah, and we didn't close above 745.
Neither time, neither
Nope.
candle.
On the 5. Yep.
Yeah.
So this could be it right here.
Yeah, I was a little ballsy to not really trim down as much as I did.
There we go.
Yeah, I thought this might could happen. Okay, cool. So now it kind of reclaimed. So yeah, this one's going to be interesting. But it'll flush back to VWAP at some point. I'll just get out then because my average is good because I was adding in the 740s.
Yeah, my average is 739. So
nice.
we're gonna have a red candle close on the 5 minute. That's what it's looking like.
It's liking the 9 on the 1 minute, but it'll break down in a second. Remy, good morning. Alexandru, LOL, what you laughing about, bro? Did I miss something? Let's see what you did. Yeah, there's a couple things I don't like about BTA. I don't like this, like how it's kind of the last 2 days kind of been on a little run. But the thing I do like about it is there's a clear top at $8. So I'm not like scared this one is going to run to $10 on me or anything crazy or some tiny low float. So I'll let it. I'm comfortable letting it play around this level. I think we'll get the result we want here shortly. I know, bro. Lied. I'm reading your comment. That move on PCB was pretty wild on pre-market open. I know. I was wanting to get locates.
Yeah, I couldn't get him either.
That's part of the playbook. Those 4 a.m. pops, drastic like this, they're gonna give it back. The majority of the time they do.
We just closed below the 9, so I think this is where we break down, and we just broke the low.
Yeah. We'd like to see a solid little flush here to VWAP at least, though. But yeah, it's looking good. There's that noise. Yadamas said next huge stack of ask orders is 780 and $8. I still think it'll probably get there, but it should come back to VWAP first. So let's see. I'm just gonna take profit and let it run after that. Let's see if it does. Good morning, Ian. Saw you made it to the Discord.
I don't know. It just looks like it can't get past this area. There's just too much, there's too much selling pressure right here.
Yeah, and even if it does break it at some point, I think we're going to get a flush down first. I think it needs a bounce
Yeah.
off VWAP to make that next move up, but let's see. Generic said BSLK curving up again. I see it. No volume yet, but it is starting to curl up a little bit. Oh, it shot up to $10.48. Bro, this has been a boring play.
I was going to say, this is a slow Monday.
Oh, very. Yeah. And I think the market's looking like it's going to open red, right? Let me see. The overall market. What's the SPY looking like right now? That's about this. This more looks flat, I guess. I mean, it's red, but it's basically flat. Okay, is this where we get the flush? Let's see. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Cheese Wizard. Yeah, I saw that. Look, it's looking pretty flat. So I got my average is 625, so I'm in the money now. So I got some in the teens, and I think
On what?
a BTAI. I'm gonna try to take some profits. I think I got 713 and 706 is where I'm gonna try to get out.
I think that's pretty, yeah.
And then might leave a few little runners to see if it flushes down farther. But I don't really like this play that much, to be honest. I think if it gets back up to 8, I'll go a little bit heavier, but I'm not in it too heavy. I just think it might make a move up here at some point.
Huge buyers on the bid. 11K, 5,400,
Is he?
2,700. It is eating them though.
Yeah, but that you're right. There was another 20K that popped up.
Yeah. God, 1853. Is it the same one?
I don't know.
He's trying to stuff that deal.
Yeah. It didn't eat through it that time. It barely moved it.
There we go.
Good morning, Colin. $7:30 in 1 minute. We might get some new PRs. Maybe this is when we get the flush down.
That is how it works typically.
Yeah, I like seeing a little weakness before the next PR time frame comes out. Because if it's still looking bullish, the new PRs sometimes don't budge them. But
we got quite a bit of weakness in the last 10-15 minutes too.
Yeah, so if there's a decent PR that gets attention.
Well, there's 7:30.
Not seeing anything move yet. Man, PPCB is flushing. Man, I could not get locates on it though.
Me either. I was trying to get it at that crack at 960.
SNGX is starting to. I'm gonna let it run a little bit more, but I'm grabbing locates. Oh, it's at a resistance level though. Let's see. I missed my entry. It's flushing already, I think. A minute now.
No, here it comes back up.
Yeah, a minute now. I think there's a little resistance.
There is. At 374.
What's the news? I wonder.
399
FDA
too.
grants orphan drug designation. Okay. Orphan drug designation. I mean, it sounds good, but if they get that, that means there's not a lot of, how do I word this? There's not a big market for that drug because it's a disease that not a lot of people has, but I could still see this running though. Because people don't care about stuff like that. Uh-oh. Good. I needed that. Same, Alex. That's exactly what I just did.
What do you say?
Trimmed half at VWAP. I wasn't even in the, I basically break even, but I was content with it. Whatever happened to BTAI? Oh, yeah. Let's go. Attention got stolen from it for sure. Sabres in at 405. That's a good entry. I wish my entry was 405. Ooh, that's not good. Locates have gotten pricey on it too. Went ahead and added in the 420s too. 428 since it has some resistance at 433.
How was the news on it? Was it BS?
No, they got orphan. The FDA granted the orphan drug designation after reviewing phase 2 study results. But the problem with orphan, like, so it sounds good, but orphan drug designation, I should look it up before I say this just to make sure I'm right. But it's usually for a drug that's like, there's not a big market for it. So it's cool that the FDA did that, but does this equate to more long-term revenue? Not
Yeah.
really, because if there's only 50,000 people who have it, 100,000 people who have it, like, there's only so many people that will even be using the drug compared to like a new cholesterol medicine where everybody in the United States has heart disease. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
I gotta get off, so I'll see you guys later.
all right, see you, bro.
Later.
So orphan drug designation as a special status granted by the FDA to drugs and biologics intended to treat, diagnose, or prevent rare diseases. Yeah. But I mean, it says FDA approval in the PR, so I'm not surprised it's popping though. Yeah, Ordo. I added like a 428, 429. I can't remember, somewhere in that area. Nice. Okay, I'm feeling better now. There we go. It's been respecting VWAP, so does it respect it this time? Good spot to take profit. It hit that support 375, trimmed a little. So I'm only in 1,000 shares. Maybe I should have got all of it out then, but I'm still in it. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, I don't even know if I covered locates on it. Would like to see a little bit better flush. My first 1,000 shares, I got in pretty early. They were cheap, but the 1,500 I added afterwards were kind of pricey. Yeah, I don't like when only like one thing's really moving like this. I mean, BTAI is getting a little attention, but I'll play this one back to these levels if it wants to get back up here. Nice recovery. This candle closes green. That's not a Not the best sign. ENLV announces positive top line data. Wonder if this will get any movement. ENLV. I'm so confused. It says bid 0, ask 0 on this one, so guess not. What does a 1 minute look like? ENLV is halted. Makes sense. Well, that one will be entertaining when it unhalts. ENLV. Oh, it's already on a like pretty bullish run. Interesting. Do not care for this move, but I added a little here on this pop, but if it breaks and holds, yeah, I might have to get out of this thing. Jeez. Still in it, but not feeling that good about it. I've been starting red in pre-market. Like my first play has been red like the last few sessions. It's annoying. Added a little more here, and if it breaks a new high, which it just did, I'm just going to start trimming out of this one. So I wonder if it's going to try to make it all the way up to 5. 538. So 8 o'clock news in 5 minutes. Let's see if we get bailed out. Monday, 8 o'clock news is the most amount of press releases throughout the week normally. So I'm going to trim some if it gets back here to VWAP. I'll be basically break even at 4, but I don't have the best entry on this one. Because I broke. I mean, again, that's why I usually don't try to get in before 50%. If I would have waited for 50%, I would have been in around 420. So that's where I should have been. Says SNGX honestly looks bearish here. The cumulative selling volume has been quite high. Okay. Hope you're right. Doesn't look that bearish to me, but I hope you're right. If we get a close below VWAP, I'll feel good about it. But until then, don't feel that great about it. And it's just my fault. I've kind of got a bad average because there's been plenty of moves to trade whenever it makes these moves. And then when it comes back to VWAP to cover, but my average isn't the best. But I trim some here at 410. Appreciate it. Hit the like button prompt. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Got one extra like. I appreciate it. Man, PCB, that, oh gosh, I want to locate so bad on this thing, but none were available. Did anybody play this 4 a.m. play? Why does it keep? Let's see. Alex, I'm out of this one, but comparing this volume to 8.4, it's similar, and that topped out at 446. To get to 545, we probably need volume more similar on 731, which was multiple millions per candle. Good to know. Strange 12, is it common to be unable to locate shares? It's supply and demand. Yeah, I mean, what was the float on? Let me see. It is. Actually has a decent amount of shares, 11 million shares on PCB. So it's usually like a supply and demand thing. Usually if it's like a very low float, it is they will run out. I wouldn't say it's common, but it happens where you can't get locates. So to answer your question, I wouldn't say common, but it happens. It does happen. But for 11 million share float on PCB, that does seem a little surprise. So let's see what the news is. So we getting some news coming in. Not really seeing anything moving right now. NVFY is starting to move.
NVFY.
Somehow I got a $3 entry on this one. So let's see if it pays off. There we go. Oh my gosh, I banked on this one. Okay, I needed that. Made 500 on that one. I'm already out though. Got in at 3 exactly. Got out at 250 exactly. Weird. Got in at 3. Got out at 250. $3,000 short. Bought it back for 2,500. So needed that one. Needed that one. Maybe I should have held more. Let's see. Oh, and then it got now I'm in the profit with STNX. So let me, or break even. So I'm gonna just trim some of my position. Okay, feeling better now. So now I'm green, $300 over the day. Not that impressive, but I'm in a better spot at least. I'm tempted to switch to the bear side. Been getting killed on the longs past month, bro. That's my story. Then I switched to the dark side and been profitable.
VTAK.
Been profitable ever since. VTAK. They all just eventually fall usually, but let's see what VTAK is doing. I want to let it move up a little bit more, but let me see what it's. Where does it want to go? It's getting a lot of volume now. Kind of want to get back in SNGX now. I'm gonna miss this move down. It's exactly what I wanted, and then I ended up getting out at freaking break even. It's getting the attention pulled away from it, so now it's about to fade probably. I'm over here chasing the hard ones like VTAK. So next time SNGX bounces, I'll be looking for another entry.
ENLV.
ENLV unhalted. This one's probably going to be volatile. Now VTAK is flushing. I'm not interested. Wish I would have jumped in this one. I don't know why I was so hesitant. Well, because I wanted to see it if it would run a little bit more. So my main, so if SNGX, if we get a little bounce here, especially if we get back up to this level, I will be adding the 430 level is what I mean. It might just reject here at 4, but I want to see a little bit more of a bounce. VTAK, nice recovery. It's about to break new highs. Oh my
VTAK.
goodness. Nice. That's a crazy move. What's the news on this one? Ooh. Okay, now it's getting to the area I like a little bit more. It's looking pretty bullish now, so I want to see if it see what it's trying to do. Where do y'all think VTAK is going? Probably this. Wonder if it gets to this 420 level. A little bit of congestion here. 494. So I got some entries waiting in the teens, and I think I just got filled actually. I did. So what's the news? VTAK. Let me look. Ooh, that's a strong move. Is that it? Just like a catheter thing? Oh, it's got a tiny float. That's why it's moving like this. 1 million float. I'm probably going to start looking for an entry on SNGX. I want to see if it's, you know what? I'm going to see if it bounces first. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, right at 450. The 50 daily is there, so let's see if it gives it a little bit of trouble. It's at least acknowledging it. Don't have a terrible average on it. My average is 432, but I'm a little heavier than I want to be in it right now. So if it flushes down, I'm going to trim my size a little bit, just in case it wants to run some more. Don't like that move. SNGX is struggling to get back above VWAP. I'm going to enter probably. Those are only one-time use locates. Dang it. So I'm back in SNGX. It's struggling to get back above VWAP. I'm in relatively small just in case it does pop. I want to have some capital and locates to add to it, but it's struggling to get back above VWAP. So I'm going to try it. That was a good opportunity to trim down. And I took advantage of it. So I'm only in 1,000 shares now. And of course, now SNGX makes the move up that I was waiting for. So I'm going to add more to it. Still playing it relatively small though, because when it gets up to 430s, that's where I want to add a little bit heavier. And I'm actually going to split the screen with these two. Yeah, the Mondays are always, lately Mondays have been interesting. It's kind of given us a glimpse into what to expect the rest of the week. It's funny because Mondays I usually do either really good or really bad. I don't know why. It's usually not one way or the other. Some point before I get off live stream, I want to talk about Fridays though, because this last Friday I ended up having a pretty solid day. The Friday fades were in full effect. So ended up closing the day on Friday a little over 4K, mostly due to just the fades, and in the Discord group that we're opening, that I have to sign up for in the link. Circle, people that were in the Bear Wall Street Circle group, they've gotten first access to it yesterday, and then today people are coming in. So we're going to test it out for a little bit before we open it up. But I posted it there, and if I have time, there's not a lot of action in a little bit, I'll share it. But had a really good Friday. But the point is, I'm gonna start live streaming after Fridays, 2 p.m. in the Discord, because the Friday fades were in full effect this past Friday. So went a little heavier and it paid off. Because Friday pre-market, it was not that, I didn't make very much in pre-market. VTAK, another strong move up. Looks like it might reject here though. So I'm in the money with SNGX now. I would like to see it just fade at this point. I got my little pop entry that I was looking for. Man, looking strong. So still in VTAK, but if it breaks above 5 and holds, I'm gonna have to get out. Added a little bit more here in the 480s. Just try to get my average up a little bit, but if it gets above 5 and holds, with it being a less than, or with it being a 1 million float, it could get ugly quick. So I'm going to be a little cautious with this one. VTAK on AskEdgar. Overall offering risk is high. Cash need is very high. They only have 1.4 months of cash left. And if you go to their offering availability, let's see, without digging in too much, I see a S8 and I see some recent S3s. So it looks like they have some things open. Some offering dilution options. So VTAK has Series B convertible preferred stock. Looks like it's 8,574,000 shares of common stock if it gets fully converted. Series L common stock purchase warrants. The strike price is 50 cents. Placement warrants, a strike at 54 cents. So just the pipe total potential dilution is 12.9 million. Then they have other outstanding warrants. Series K warrants at 70 cents. Series J warrants at $1. Why is it so low? Did they do a reverse split recently? Oh yeah, probably, if they're only has 1 million float, so that makes sense. And then they have an equity incentive plan for their employees, an S8. So yeah, it seems like there's quite a bit on the table. SNGX, that was a good ad. It's kind of bailing me out since VTAK didn't go my way. Probably should take some profit here, but I want to see if it keeps fading. There it goes. Taking half off here, and then we'll let the other ones see if they fade. Yeah, VTAK recently executed a 1-for-19 reverse split. Let's go SNGX. I think I went ahead and trimmed. I'm out of SNGX. Probably should have held to see if it falls more, but I think it's going to make at least one more pop up to 4, and if so, I'm going to add. And maybe that's the one I just let fade. So I got out around 375 both times. Super Sam, new to the channel, thoughts on Wolf? I don't like slow grinders like this. What time is it? 8:30. So we're getting some new PRs. But from a short standpoint, from a long standpoint, it looks more appealing outside of the $10 psychological level. But yeah, these slow grind up, I like the more like parabolic moves personally. There's some new news coming out. And what I mean is like these drastic, like this move right here. These are ones that usually fade back. The slow grinders like that, I don't have a good good resume with them. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Super Sam. So long story short about VTAK, fundamentally they have no cash.
SGD.
They have a lot of dilution options, so not ideal. SGD is getting a little pop and it's approaching. This was my 200 moving average alert. So SGD. So if we pull up year to date, there should be a 200 in this range. Yeah. So right up here at 150. This is a common area it likes to reject, but something I like to look at is previously if that level has given it trouble. And you see this one right here, it flushed up and it did acknowledge it, but it's kind of been bouncing around it. So I wouldn't say it's really acknowledging it that much. Could it fail right here? Yes, but it's only up like in the 20%. So I'm not super interested in it because there's just not enough on the move for me. And between it almost feeling like it doesn't acknowledge that level very well. Because like, for example, what I mean by that is I was making my playbook for the new Discord and like, look at Lucy, for example. It's like a learning moment. Let me make sure nothing's going against me on these other plays real quick. Ooh, nice. Actually, I should try to get out of some on VTAC right here. Yeah, I'm going to trim down this one. Holy crap, I'm in the money with this one. I didn't really think that was going to happen. If I'm being honest, thought this one was going to rip me a new one. Cool. So now I'm up 600 on the day. I can live with that. That's not great. I mean, it's decent, but not great. Dang, I should have held on to some SNGX, but should have known it's going to keep fading. But anyways, so this is Lucy's a good example because I was looking, like I said, making the playbook. Like when you see things like this where they have previously like popped and acknowledged the 200 and couldn't get above it, pop, acknowledge it. Like those are the ones I get really excited about playing these entries. But like I was just showing you for SGD, even though it did completely flush here, if they kind of just like dance around those levels and don't really like acknowledge it that much, it's not as good of a setup. ASBD 50 cents. BP. Thanks, Alex. Let's see. And it's gotten up to 60 cents recently. Yeah, it's up 50%. This ain't a bad play. I would like to see it flush, try to flush up to 60 cents one more time before I get an entry, but went ahead and grabbed some locates and looks like it's about to do it now, actually. Here it is. Ooh, it's breaking new highs. Or did it? I don't know, but I'm in it. Average is 62 cents. Pull it up on the 1 minute now. Remy, no volume, my bad.
SGD.
SGD getting a little pop. And now it's above that level. Might not be a bad play. I don't know. I'm not really interested in it. It's kind of looking like it's about to make a bullish move. I always want to see now VTAK is seeming starting to feel more interesting now that other things are moving. ASB BP is kind of moving against me. I'd like to see a flush right here. Come back down to VWAP or something. What's the news on this one? I'm not fighting some crazy good news, am I? Top line data from crossover bioavailability trial for safety. Is this phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, preclinical? What is this? So I'm back in VTAK. And then I'm going to add more at 489. And then just get out if it breaks $5. But I got my entry, I got my average way up, so I'm feeling good about it. So I just got back in. Let's see if we get a fail here. Ooh, geez. If it failed here, it was going to flush. But man, that was a bullish candle. Very bullish candle. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Probably should have stayed away from this one. Let's see what it does here. Does it hold over that level? it breaks a new high, I don't care where it closes, I'm gonna get out. But I honestly was not expecting it to do that. But luckily I didn't enter too heavy. That was a strong recovery though, very strong recovery. Yeah, I didn't know it was Friday, but it makes a little bit of sense because AskEdgar said they had a recent reverse split. Trend Rater VTAK news. All these have news. I think that we're playing today. But yeah, that makes sense because VTAK, the float is tiny on it. That's why I'm trying to keep a close eye on it. I do like that it is struggling to hold over that $5 level though. I went ahead and got out in the 490s, took like $100 loss on it. It actually turned out not too bad. So ASBP looking like it wants to run. So where might it be running to? I wonder if it's trying to get up here to this level. Saber, I lost 330. Dang, bro. Yeah, no, that was a crazy move. I came close to losing more because I almost got out up here in the 520s, 530s. Because with these low floats, I get nervous. When they break a new high, man, they can just take off. But I'm probably going to honestly, I might play VTAK again, but I'm a little paranoid with the float. So I'm going to probably not play it well. If I'm paranoid, I usually a little skittish with the play and don't let it play out. So I'm probably not going to enter it. I've been having pretty good luck with the 50 cents to $1 stocks lately, so I'm gonna mostly focus on ASBP, I think. Saber, my mistake, I was adding down. I mean, it did look weak. It faked me out for a second too. I didn't think it was about to break a new high. I added a little more for ASBP, and I have another order waiting at 72 cents. And I'm playing the front side, of course, when I have these orders sitting. I know that's frowned upon sometimes, but that's how I like to play these. And then if I see weakness like we did on the backside of SNGX, like I'll add, but it's beautiful when it works. It's painful when it doesn't. So it's one of those things. Just how I trade. So I'm in 4,000 shares. My average is 66.9. Not the best, but if I can get that 72-cent fill, it'll help it out a lot. So now I'm basically break even. Man, I should have held some runners on NGX. I don't know what I was. Well, I know exactly why, because it's still not even up that much. It's only up like, what, 20-30% now? Man, that's the one I should have held, though. I jumped out of VTAK a little early. But like I was saying, this is why I went ahead and got out those, because when they're a small float and it's breaking new highs, it does make me nervous. So I should just avoid it. But man, that was a nice flush. If any of y'all played it, congrats for not bailing like I did. Looks like I got my 72-cent fill. So now let's see what it does at this level. So this is a previous spike level it's gotten before. So added a little bit heavier around 72 cents. Let's see if I regret that. Added a couple thousand more shares, so I got my average up pretty nice. So I'm sitting at 68 cents now. Still playing from behind, but if we get one decent flush back to VWAP, I'm gonna get out and then re-enter on the next pop. I definitely acknowledge that level. This might be what I was looking for. Okay, I'm already starting to trim a little. Not making much on this first trim, but I'm just lowering my size. Just in case it's a fake out. So I'm gonna wait to see if it's, well, it didn't flush all the way down, but let's see. There we go. Okay. Let's go. So I got a couple thousand shares I'm gonna leave for runners. I'll add back if it gets back in this 70, 72 cent range. But I want to leave a few runners. So how are these other plays doing? So SGD still looking pretty bullish. Man, I play VTAK so bad, but that's all right. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about this one, so I'm still just going to stay away for now. If SGNX, any type of pop back to $4, I am extremely interested. Very interested. I don't know if we'll get it though. Oh, ASBP is flushing more. I might just take the rest of my profit here, honestly. I am. It's been kind of a weird morning for me, so there we go. Now we're in the 63 cents. All right, I'm completely out of ASBP. Nice. Okay. If it gets back up to, like I said, 70, 72, I'll try it again. I want to make it prove that it can break past that level. And if it does, I'll respect it. I'll stop out. But I don't think it's a bad level to play. And again, this is not financial advice, educational purposes only. This is just how I play these. But if it does get back to 70s, I'm interested. Weird day. Or weird day for my P&L at least. It's just, I'm green, but I feel like I'm trading bad today, but green is green. Oh, IOBT. I missed that one. Ooh, is it? Let's see. I'll pull it up. Oh, I should have held on to it. Oh, every time I go back on my word, it never turns out good. IOBT. I want to see this one up a little bit more just because it's on a little bullish run right now. Like, I like trying to play the pops where they, pop for one day. And this has so much range, it could get to 330. But again, I'm not saying y'all shouldn't play it. It'll probably flush at some point, but I'm not too interested in it. Yeah, so it didn't really even acknowledge this 200. There's probably some entries coming up though in these levels. Actually, I'm kind of interested in it now. I might play it. I'm gonna grab some locates at least. So it got all the way up to 185. Wow. So I'm in at 176. So it's got me a little filler, and I'll add some more in the 180s. let me draw some lines. So, oops. Sorry if you hear my cat. I don't know. He's freaking out this morning. But green candle after green candle after green candle. Yeah, same generate. That's kind of where I'm at. Got a feeler position. I'm not heavy at all. We haven't even seen a red candle yet in 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. So probably not the smartest time to go heavy, but I do like how this candle's looking though, I will admit. Okay, I'm covered at 163. So made about $100 on it, but I'm playing light right now. It's been kind of, my P&L's kind of been a little bit of a roller coaster this morning, so I'm taking profit pretty quick. Up 891 on the day, but it's been a stressful 891. Yeah, same generic. I'm out. I probably should have waited to see if it flushes more, but that's all right. I'm actually not in anything right now. If ASBP, I got some orders waiting at 72 cents. SGD, I'll play it if it gets back up to 178. And SNGX, if it should put an order ready for it too, because it's starting to make its way towards there. Dang, the only thing I hate about SNGX is these are one-time use locates, so every time I enter this, I'm having to buy new ones. So yeah, I'm not in any plays right now, but y'all know what I'm looking at. And I wanted to, before we bounce, I mean, still plenty of time, but I wanted to go over what I was talking about on Friday at some point, because in the Discord, I'm gonna start live streaming end of day Fridays, because that's where I usually make the most money anyways. And there was some beautiful, beautiful setups this last Friday. Yeah, I don't love anything right now. I'm gonna go over this. So we do have the new Discord up that we're testing out. So we have the wait list below, and I want to talk about this alert I sent out, MTMB. As you can see right here, drew it out. I sent it out in circle too, but this was kind of my top gain on Friday. Ended up making 3K on it. But I want to show you all why I was so into, why is it? See, one day, there you go. Why my conviction was so high in it, because it was a retest of this level right here, and Fridays they typically fade hard. So as you can see, I made 3K on this, so I usually go a little bit heavier. So this is why I'm gonna start live streaming on Fridays in the Discord group after 2 o'clock, because these are the plays that I'm usually comfortable going heavier, and it's nice going into the weekend when you have a solid Friday. So we'll start doing that. The Friday before last, I will admit I did get faked out by a few plays, but I still ended green, but it was a stressful green, but it is something I'm kind of excited about though. Start live streaming Friday afternoons in Discord, so hopefully we can identify some nice setups because they usually fade pretty hard. I'm seeing GDRX get a little bit of volume here. It's only up in the 20%, but now it's 30, so it's moving. Let's see what this is about. Little cautious at this hour though, because my win rate usually goes down after 9 o'clock if they get bullish during this time. Actually, ASBP is way more interesting to me right now, so that's the one I'm gonna focus on. So if y'all want to play that other one, sorry, I'm not pulling that one up. I want to focus on this one. ASBP, yeah. I had some entries at 72 cents, but it didn't get filled, so I might actually add here at 70. Now they're getting filled. So hoping there's not a new high broke. Let's see. Would like to see a nice rejection here. Volume's looking decent. Oh, some nice big ass. There we go. Let's flush down. Let's flush down. There we go. There we go. Yes, 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 yes. So I took some off at 69 cents and 70 cents. Again, I know that's a small move, guys, but I went a little bit heavier at 72 cents. So, and then I'm holding only 2,000 shares just to see if it flushes harder. Take profit around 64 cents, or might just let it fade. Who knows? Let me pull up the comments. Justin, is there a way to modify a cover short order without canceling it and putting in a new one? Not on mobile. If you're using TradeZero mobile, no. Yeah, the desktop app, Pro, free, both those versions you can. But I think But because, you know, I trade mostly mobile, I'm fairly confident you can. But on mobile, now you got to close the order and put a new one. And when I review my orders, sometimes in a day, I have so many canceled orders. So it's part of it. But no, it would be nice. But that's not a feature on the mobile. So I have some more orders waiting at 72 cents if it wants to get back up here. Broke a new high. Trimmed down at 73 cents. Just took a little red because I don't want it to ruin my morning. This gets bullish. So I'm only in 2,000 shares right now. I don't like that it broke above that level. So I'm gonna just get out of the rest of my position. Because again, I just don't want anything to go against me right now. Things get bullish at this hour, they tend to stay bullish. So man, again, I feel like I haven't traded very good today. My locate fees are pretty high. Yeah, not the best morning. Yeah, same, Alex. And I mean, I'm technically green, but my locate fees, I was just looking, they're ridiculous today. Because every time I got back into SNGX, like that crap was expensive. But yeah, the price action today, they haven't been my favorite. I'm like paranoid with FTAK. Like, I think this thing could flush, but this thing faked me out one time. So yeah, I don't know what. Honestly, nothing really looks that interesting to me right now. Then of course I bail out of this one. Now I didn't do what I say I do. Wait for the 5 minute to close. Looks like it's not going to close. Yeah, it seems like a lot of us had better Mondays. But this is how Mondays usually go for me. They're either really hard or like I bank on these days. But today it's been hard. If I didn't get that one, I can't remember what that pop was where I just made a quick $500 on it. If I didn't have that one, I would be having a terrible Monday. That one kind of bailed me out. I forgot which one it was though. Green is green. That's right. Sitting at 789.35, but I have at least probably $300 of locate fees. or 250 probably. Yeah, I'm on mobile. It doesn't tell me exactly, so kind of just rough mathed it, but way too high for what I've made. A good day, I keep it under 10%. Yeah, I really like SNGX, but I don't feel like going back to locates. Like, I've already spent so much on locates on this thing. What are they? Have they gotten cheaper? Let's see. Nope. Screw it. I got some more. Got a starter position on SNGX. Now that it got up to 385, I'm in it. Probably jumped in a little prematurely, but in at 385. And then if it gets up to 395, I'll get 500 more. Only entered 500 shares. Yeah, they were all single use today. That's what, yeah. Every time I get, that's why I haven't already jumped back into it, because I hate the single use ones, especially when they're expensive, but got a pretty decent entry here. So as of right now, my locates are covered, but yeah, no, I hate single use, because then I'm like questioning when to use it, and I might use it too early, or then I might get too nervous to use them because I won't have them later. So yeah, I hate the single use. I overthink. But yeah, I might hold this one until market open and set a stop, maybe above highs. I think this one is just losing momentum, though. The volume is terrible now. It's going down. There's other plays that's more entertaining, I think. VTAK is more entertaining. STB, well, it was. ASBP. So this one might flush, or it might rip. So yeah, VTAK doesn't look bad. I don't blame you for playing this VWAP rejection. But this candle right here has me scared. How it went from, it went from 20 cents under VWAP and then broke a new high in one candle. So I'm a little paranoid with it. Maybe not 20 cents, 55, 40, almost 20 cents below VWAP, and then it breaks a new high. Looks like it wants to do it again, honestly. Yeah, no, these are not fading too clean. BTAI looks kind of weak too, but it is still kind of on trend though, so maybe it just got off trend. I'm so bad at this. Screw it. Yeah, I don't know. I still don't want to play it though. Maybe if it gets a bounce to VWAP, but nothing's really that exciting for me right now. Only one I'm in is S and GX, so. And I'll probably come back this afternoon and see if there's any late day fades. There you go, Saber. Maybe it'll flush here for you. Sadly, I wanted to go heavier with S and GX, but going back to the locates, they're a little pricey today. Decent. Oh, there you go. That's a nice. Hope you got out there. Got out some there, but yeah. I mean, decent amount of stocks moving today, but I just didn't play them well. I don't think. Because it's weird for me to just like hop out quick on a candle like this, and I think it was because I was paranoid because it was a 1 million float. SGD, I jumped out too early. ASBP, I cut my loss too quick. So not on my A game, but that's all right. Still green, but not very happy. But honestly, I've been having better luck end of day. So end of day from 2 to 4, I don't plan on playing much before then, but I'll scan the market, see if there's anything that looks like it's going to fade. That's kind of been working for me better. Not better than like pre-market. I've had some decent pre-markets lately, but it's more less stress the end of day fades. Because if they break new highs, I get out of it. But playing pre-market front side sometimes is stressful. It's nice when it works, but it's painful when it doesn't. So, and I'm playing a little skittish today. I'm not really sure why. I'm jumping out quick. Today is not my day, Saber said. I'm down 17 bucks. Not bad, but I was green nicely. I know, bro. I think that's why I'm being weird is I was green. No, I started off red, then I was green, then I was red again. Then I got that nice one that just faded hard from that pop. Yeah, better safe than sorry. Up about 80 bucks on S and GX. I only entered 500 shares. So I'm just going to see if it flushes at market open. It's always a risk holding market open. This thing could get hella bullish if it wants to. Nice BTAK if any of y'all are in it. I played the wrong I played it at the wrong time again. But yeah, I'm gonna hold S and GX at market open. I think with the volume decreasing how it is, it's not gonna get. I think there's a better chance that BTAI, SGD, and ASBP will be the get the money flow, the runner of the day, and potentially even V. This last move is kind of bearish for sure, but I think it even has a better chance in running than SNGX. So SNGX. So we'll see. But I'm gonna hold SNGX into market open. See if it gets a nice little flush. AEHL signed strategic agreement with BitGo to advance Bitcoin acquisition. AEHL. Let's see. Getting a little pump here. These haven't been holding though. Like when Ethereum was breaking new highs, they were, but we're back to the phase where these aren't running like they were. It's making some big moves though. It doesn't look like there's much liquidity though. I'm not gonna mess with it. But yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. Not super exciting. But I'll keep my trade idea alerts on during regular hours, especially for the 200 daily tests to see if we, and I'll send out alerts if anything. Oh, I got to add my hours. Dang, now SNGX is, oh, GDRX, what's it doing? It is tempting. GDRX, especially at the $5 level. And there's a lot of, yeah, entry closer to $5. I would probably play. But I was a little late to it, so it's probably going to flush. Yep, here it is. Nice little retest, though, and fail. Nice. Good entry, bro. SNGX locates went down a little bit. So I'm adding 500 more shares here at 393. That's it. Test VWAP. Volume is still not much going on. I don't think it's enough to really push past this, but we'll see. And since the locates went down, I actually ended up adding 1,000 more shares. Maybe I should have waited for a $4 test, but I think it might fade here. So let's see. Nice, Generic. If you got in at 290 or 490, it's a good entry, bro. All right, market opens in 2 minutes. The only thing I really care about is SNGX. I'll keep an eye on these other ones. SGD retest at these levels I'd be interested in. Where's the other, the sub dollar? What was that one called? ASBP. This retest might be interested, but my eyes are mostly going to be on SNGX. So I'm in 1,500 shares now. Average price is $3.89. All right, market will be open in just a second.
SGD.
I got the flush I wanted. I got out full position 363. So got me over $1,000 for the morning.
IPA.
I don't know, mentally exhausted with this morning. So I'm going to wrap up the live. Got what I wanted with SGX. I don't really care about anything else right now. Sorry. So there's some decent plays, some retest, but yeah. Got a busy day today. Say that every day it feels like, but this week might be interesting. A lot of crazy things happening in my W2. A lot of people stepping down and stuff. So I will have a busy day, but if I see any alerts, I will post them. I have my 200 daily test alerts out, and I'll probably come back to the market after 2 and see if there's any late day faders. But on that note, thank y'all for hopping on, and I will see y'all in the Discord or see you tomorrow.